Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What they get is Gunner's Profiles today. Yes, indeedy. Welcome back to where it really cracks off, man. To some real life, real talk, real shit by a real one compared to the fakery, shaky, and bakery. And of course, all the matter preservatives. We don't tell fake stories. We don't get down like that. Now, as you can see by the thumbnail, I was having it my way back in the days, man. That was one of my baby mamas. She's no longer with us. Rest in peace. But I thought that if for no other reason, I should tell the story on how we met and how she shaped my life into becoming just the man I am, right? She was that one. Now, in every man's life, you have that one, right? Sasuke, the one you fall in love with, Holmes. You know what I mean? Hey, look, there's a whole lot of tortas, a whole lot of hyenas, a whole lot of women that you're going to be with in your life. And women, a whole lot of men, right? Opposites, and some of you fucking men, a whole lot of men. That's just the way it goes down. You know what I mean? Spence on la tira. Guard! He's weird, right? But in my case, there was that one, and she was the one, right? And I wanted to talk about how I met her and exactly what time it was. Have you ever heard that term, fuck the police? Okay, well, when I met her, she was a dispatcher, and I literally did that. You know what I mean? So I got my NWA shit on, right? Like the IMP. Now, trip out. I remember meeting her. I was at my abuelita's house, and my primos were coming at me like, hey, there's some chicks next door. They're bad, Holmes. Don't trip. It's these sisters. Hey, when you see them, you're going to be on them. And I said, nah. I said, trip out. I get Arby's, okay? I get tortas. So there's not no chicks that I'm going to meet that are going to have me caught up. And this picture of her on the thumbnail does no justice. She was bad. Está chichona and nalgona and everything. She had it all, right? She was stacked. You know, Mac Million. Hayward. Anyway, so this particular day, I was at my abuelita's house. And I remember coming out of the house and meeting this chick, the neighbor. And when I met her, something hit my heart. I don't know if it was Cupid, doesn't matter. It was Cupid, but he hit my heart, right? And I was like, damn. It was at that moment I knew that I had fucked up, that I was about to give my whole life to this chick. I was hooked. I was sprung. I was whatever you want to say, caught up in emotions. Lost in emotions. I was there, right? And in a menudo style, in direct fashion, I felt, if for no other reason, I should hit her with the classic. You guys ready? You ready? What's happening, right? I hit her with the what's happening. She reciprocated her what's happening, and we got to happening. Now, I remember she was trying to play the dumb role, like she wasn't really interested in your boy, right? But she was. And I remember she says, do you drink? And I said, I mean, from time to time, it depends, you know what I mean? So I was trying to give me some damn pussy juice, right? Yeah, I drink, what's happening? And she was like, let's go get a bottle of Cazadores and a bottle of this and a bottle of that. She was trying to drink me up under the table, right? Now, she's originally from Apaxingán, Michoacán. She ended up becoming my baby's mom. She's no longer with us, rest in peace. But I felt that for no other reason I should tell the story because it's kind of funny and it's real. So anyways, I'll hook up with her, right? And we drink each other under the table. And we proceed not to come from up under that fucking table in her room for 9 days. We was in there getting our issue, okay? About the 8th till I say the 9th day, you know what I mean? After I'm done wearing every wall out, there was no more spleen. There was no more fallopian tube. I done knocked everything out. I don't even know if this chick was able to have kids after I was done with her, right? Anyways, after we did what we done, or we done what we did, I remember kicking back and she was like, hey, I gotta go to work. I took a week off work just to fuck with you. So I ain't never been with no thug like you. So I was in that motherfucker like, I was feeling all proud of myself because I really dug my ditch, right? You feel what I'm saying? I was looking for gold around that motherfucker. I was trying to find me a kilo. Anyway, so I'm chilling and she starts getting ready for work. And Sasuke was at that moment right there. I knew fucked up because, Sasuke, is that an Atwater Police Department uniform you're putting on? She proceeded to put on a police uniform, and I said, well, hold on now. Am I being busted? Right? I didn't know if this was the old Folsom setup, if they came to got me, if they got me and they get me. What was going on here? She goes, nah, I work for the Atwater Police Department. I'm a dispatcher. I said, so hold up. I was talking to the police coming straight from the underground all weekend. She was like, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I said, I'll wait here. I'll be ready after you get off work. Go dispatch some shit or whatever you got to do. That's good. You know what I mean? If you ain't did the crime, don't do the time. And it is what it is. And you'll come back to me and Sasuke, it's all good. Anyways, we proceeded to do that for about a month, to which I got her impregnated. You already know what it was, man. Went on a condiment site. I didn't know what Trojan. I couldn't spell Trojan. I couldn't. Right? Or Magnum. Indubitably. So anyways, I was getting my 11-inch on and everything was good. And we ended up coming together, right? Now, what makes this situation crazy was not only was she a dispatcher, that was her career. That's what she was doing. Such a shake. Hey, separate me from what she had going on. That didn't last too long anyway. She ended up getting fired. I'm going to tell you what. So what happened was she had a primo that used to come over. And her primo was with the business. He was fresh out of prison. He was a homeboy. He was down for whatever. I remember chopping up with him. He's from Turlock, right? And he was a good dude. And I remember he was a little off, though. He was one of those homeboys. I have homeboys that are like him from my barrio that just ain't going back. Homes. They ain't going back to prison. They ain't trying to do all that. Homes. Hey, believe me, they're going to do crime. They're going to be involved in the mix. But they ain't going back. It's by no means necessary, right? And I remember him saying that. And about a week later, man, there was a shootout to which an officer involved shooting to which some officers got, dislocated from the map. And he basically got killed himself, right? And anyways, when they busted him, he was wearing, supposedly, allegedly, a bulletproof vest, and that they said was hers. And all kinds of shit went down. Anyway, she quit her job, or they made her quit her job. And that was that. Anyways, we moved on from there, right? Now, what makes this chick different from any other was that she was the one that could pretty much tell me what the fuck she wanted to do, and I just went with the program, right? Because I was that strong on pussy bomb ass pussy. That's it. You know, when there's that super bomb, you just got to do what she says. Well, that was that super bomb. She had me caught up. And so Trip out, I remember taking her to the Bay Area. I was mad that a motherfucker. We went to the Bay Area. She was stunting on motherfuckers, right? We were all my primos from the Bay. We were all chilling. We were kicking back. We were in fucking Newark. My Theo, he has a pool, so he was having a pool party. There's benches everywhere. So I was like, why did I bring sand to the beach, right? I brought mud to the club, right? And I'm just chilling. But she's bad. And I remember all my primos, distant primos, looking at her like, right? They were, and I was catching eye contact. I was looking at her like, bitch, look back. Look back. You know what I mean? So I could rip your whole earlobe off. I was mad, right? But they were stunned. But that's when I introduced her to my jefita, introduced her to my familia. They really liked her. She was good people, right? And now this is where it gets icky, sticky, beautiful cover girl, right? So we ended up, she was the type of chick, we never fought. We agreed on everything. It was all good in the hood. You know what it was. I'm giving you a little history lesson on the gun. We got our own apartment. Everything was good. She was pregnant. But we ended up getting in I wouldn't even call it a fight or an argument. I'd call it a fucking disruptive conversation, right? You know how they always say that? Disruptive? They're not a gang. They're a disruptive group. They're just a little disruptive. But we got in a disruptive conversation. Guard! Right? And she ends up saying, well, I'm going to my mom's. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I said, well, do what she does, cuz, right? Shit. You ain't all that. Even though deep down inside I was like, please don't go, girl. Please don't go. I was on my motherfucking New Kid on the Block shit, right? She went. She said, fuck you. I said, I'm going. And I'm thinking, the bitch will be back in a couple of days. Is that again? She knows what time it is. It's Jungle Love. Yes. Oh, we, yo. Right? She never came back. You know, she done went and died on your boy, but she never came back. But let me tell you a funny conversation and a funny situation that I had and conversations that were had. So she left me for a few days. I remember I said, well, fuck this. I went to my boy's house, set up shop. Man, I'm doing my thing then, right? I go back. She's at the apartment, but she fucking changed the locks on your boy. She don't want nothing to do with me. And I was like, what did I do? So scared. What did I do? Well, I was all nervous and fucking crying. She said, what did I do, what's up? I said, I love you. I said, I love you. I said, girl, what'd you have to leave me for, babe? I love you to this day. And it hurts to think of the words you used to say. She got her MC Shan on. She said, boy, now I have to do you so wrong. Your dick ain't really that long. And I said, damn, it hurts to think of the words. Anyways, I was gone, right? She kicked me up out of there. And you know what happens? There's plenty of guys up there right now like, yes, I agree, my mind be kicking me up, but my dick is long too, though. Right? So she kicked me up out of there. She was, I guess 11 wasn't enough. So one night I'm with my homeboys. I'm like, fuck it, let's go to the club, right? Let's go to the club. Let's go clubbing. I'm trying to get my mind off this chick who got me all hooked. I'm sprung, right? And I'm trying to go. So we go, and there's some bad chicks there. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna get my Arby's on them. Fuck it, 2 for $6. I'll take the blonde and the brunette. If she wants to act stupid, I'm gonna go forget about it. She's pregnant, so I know I'm always gonna be in her life. So that means I'm always gonna. But until then, I'm going to proceed to the next light right here. So I was scared. The light is yellow. That means slow down. I'm going to get my green on. And if it's red, that means stop. So now I'm right here posted up with this beach, this badass beach, right? And she's chilling. And then this other girl comes out the cuts. And I mean, I'm getting my man. I'm at the point where I'm going to smack. It's going to sound like that. I'm already fucking just about to tell her, hey, let's go back to the homeboys pad, let's kick it. You know, it's all good. Everyone's getting them bitches gathered. And you know, it's that club night. The girls are happy, the guys are happier, and everyone's happy, right? And the DJ's like, wicked. Anyway, so I'm posted up there, and this bad chick comes out the side. And I see her, when I see her hit the corner, I'm thinking, damn, right? When I hit one of these like this, just like this, look. She's like, hey, motherfucker, what are you doing out fucking at the club? Don't you got my homegirl pregnant? I said, I think you got the wrong guy. I think you got your fools mixed up. Yeah, well, she almost caught me with the rebound. Not the rebound, but a fucking, I'll catch you on the rebound. Look, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this chick done swung on me, threw bottles at me, all kinds of shit. I had to get up out of there. So I'm scared. It feels like I'm getting attacked by Southsiders. That's it, right? They were on me. They were coming from everywhere. All these hyenas, she had all her homegirls, and they spotted me, so they got at me, right? But not the way I wanted them to. Anyways, the chick that I was fucking with, she got lost in the shuffle. I see over there with some negro already giving him a mom on. I'm over there looking like, damn, mister. He's like, long dick style, right? I was like, oh, nah. So anyways, we left. That didn't work out for me that night. I was like, damn, this bitch got spies everywhere on me, right? I thought she didn't want me. And it wasn't her. It was just her homegirl seeing me, and they were like, fuck that, you ain't gonna play our homegirl out of pocket. They didn't even know exactly what was going on. But Sasuke, I was available. I was single, I guess, right? Or at least until we got back together. So I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to Modesto. I said, it was the next weekend, let's go to Motown. We ain't doing this Merced shit. We ain't going to Maloney's, which was the club that was popping back then. I was like, let's go to Modesto to the Palladium. Sasuke, there ain't no way, bro. She gonna find me at the Palladium. I'm gonna be like, stop the love you're saying to my heart. I'm gonna get my motherfucking Mike Jack on. Ready, let's go. Sasuke, I'm gonna moonwalk all up and through that bit. I'm gonna knock me some badass Arby's out of Modesto. Because everybody knows there's some bad ones in Modesto. There's some tweakers too. Don't get it twisted. Deep south of Modesto, there's some tweakers. But at the same time, there's some bad ones, right? So I'm like, man, we're gonna go into Motown and have it our way. Man, anyone that knows about the Palladium, it cracks right there. It'd be popping. At least it did back in the fucking early 2000s, late 90s. That motherfucker used to be populating, right? So we're there kicking back, and guess what happens? Yeah, I'll give you guys a moment to think about it. Yahoo. My baby mama was there at the club. I did one of those, gente. I can't even get up. I'm so nervous, right? I did one of those. I shrunk back in my seat. I was disappointed. I was upset. I was mad. I was flabbergasted. That bitch was at the club dancing con un paisa. Vivo de tres animales with her pregnant stomach. I said, hey, right? Guard! Protect this bitch. I said, hey. She see me, she was like, what? I was like, to what degree of you being at the club are you doing right now? Bitch, you better take your ass out. I don't want to catch a spousal, right? Get out of here, right? She was like, this is my primo, stop it. I said, oh yeah, you're using the old trick I used. I called you my primo like 4 times this week. Look, get the fuck up out of here before we get the fuck up out of here together, right? It turned out it was her primo, and she was just going to the club to fucking have a good time. Said, okay, it doesn't matter. She was at a club. I don't approve, ever. I made her go, right? And she left. And I was disappointed. And it was at that exact moment I knew it. I was like, damn, this bitch wants to play dirty with me. So I'm supposed to be the one clubbing, getting all the pussy. She's over there getting foot long. What the fuck is going on with me? I said, what did I do? I looked in the mirror and shit. Is it my glasses, eh? You know what I mean? I know it's not the big, I'm swinging, right? I don't know what it is, right? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. It was the get backs. Her homegirls that went and told her, hey, this motherfucker's all at the club. He's all at the club. He's posted over bitches, drinking cazadores and bucanas and pineapple juice. He's getting his Los Buki on. Meanwhile, you're over here all pregnant crying over him. Well, bitch, you left me, right? Anyways, so she decided that for no other reason because she didn't want to run into me because she knows how I am. That she'll go to Modesto. Well, meanwhile, at the same time, because we're like this, we're together, we're thinking the same shit. I'm going to go to Modesto too, so I get me some pussy, right? Anyways, we were trying to get our Modestilian on, right? And the Modestilo didn't work. You know what I mean? So I think we got busted, both of us. She was like this when she see me, like, damn. You know, she tried to act like she wasn't her. Yo soy de Michoacán. Shut up. I know who you are. You're from Winton, bitch. Get out of here, right? Look, that's just the way it went down. We had a lot of good times, me and that chick. But one thing I will tell you, gente, she did end up leaving me. Ultimately, we never got back together. And I don't think we were right for each other. Now, we did hook up a couple times later. So I was scared that the heart was never, you know what I mean? It was always there. It was succulent. But at the same time, right? We just weren't compatible in what we wanted in life. What I wanted in life was to have my cake and eat it too. Literally, right? And what she wanted was the family life, and I wasn't ready for that. I was still active. I was in the mix. I was gangbanging. And I guess our lives didn't coincide with what they should have. Now, that's a lesson to be learned on my behalf. And it's a lesson for the gente right now, for the guys that are out there, man, and you're wiggling. Sometimes when you meet that right one, you just know in your heart she's that one. Don't play her out of pocket, man. Don't wiggle on her. because you'll never find another one like that again. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard, man. I'm still searching. I'm searching for a lid, man. Can I find a lid, man? Allegedly. I'm searching, and it's very hard to find what I once had. See, I already got given that. God gave me that. You sit here on a plato. Shit, the golden goose. I was like, fuck, this is fucking cracking. You know what I mean? I was doing this. And I fucked it up. How? To what degree of fucking it up? The worst way. You know, and she was done with me. I remember reaching out several years later. Me and her would conversate. You know what I mean? I'd blow her backwards out. And everything was good. And then we distanced ourselves. She had her relationships going. I did whatever I was doing, you know, getting involved in the mix with chicks and prison and just doing all my thing. And I always thought she would be that one at the end of the rainbow. She would be there. Until about a couple years ago, man, I'm kicking back. I get a phone call. I'm calling my homeboy. We're chopping it up. Come to find out she done passed away. I didn't even know this, right? She was dead like a month. And I was like, what? And it was an ugly situation how it all worked out because I was like, damn, I didn't even know she was sick. If I would have known, I would have been there for her. Sometimes you want to be there for people in your past, man, that never really did you. I mean, I guess she did do me dirty. You know, I mean, she put about that much in her throat that wasn't mine. But I mean, at the end of the day, she didn't belong to me anymore, you know, supposedly. And that's just the way that worked out. But I still would have wanted to be there and give her as much love as I could and attention. And sometimes, man, you think back and you reflect. And that's what I was doing the other day. That's why I wanted to tell the story. You reflect on things in your life, people that were there for you. You know, there was times that I went to prison, I went to jail. She wrote me, she sent me pictures. She always kept my daughter in my life. Just things of that nature. And I was just like, you know, she didn't have to, you know. And it's the real ones, you know, because I had a lot of homeboys who I thought were real ones that I grew up with, that I died for, that I put in work for, that I did do that for. They don't even know where I'm at to this day, man. You know, they're probably the ones like, fuck this dude, we're gonna get him when we see him. Whereas she was always there, even though fuck we did each other dirty. You know, just think back and give reflection on that in your life, what you've done. You know, ask yourself, shit, is it worth it when I have the right one? How do I know if I have the right one? Well, come to the gun. We'll do it just nice. I'm gonna tell you when you have the right one. If she writes you a letter and sends you pictures and she doesn't fuck your homeboys while you're locked up, sauce, marry that bitch, right? Anyways, with that being said, hey, that was just a little story, man, for the morning time, one time for your mentality. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, that is called hustling. Go out there and hustle for your family. If you got that right one and she's laying right beside you as you guys are watching this laughing together, stick with her, homeboy. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, someone like me is going to creep up like a creeper. Bang to the grill. Now I got you in the sleeper. Now it only takes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The job is done. I grabbed the keys and I opened up the door, thinking of freedom as I'm trapped. Orale, go, right? Say it with your chest. Anyways, with that being said, move smooth, gente. If you like this, hit a like and subscribe. Gunners Profiles as well as Gunners Collective. Come fuck with your boy one time for your mentality. If not, you can always hit me with the thumbs down. Head is gonna be the head that wears guns crown. I'm gonna continue to struggle and strive for what the fuck I truly believe in, and that's the coming together of all people, unity in a real way. And I ain't talking about no Comedy Central. We're talking about real life. Just a story about the guns past and a woman I lost. So I was reminiscing, just had a tear coming down my eye. I went like that. Licked it, and it was gone. So okay, and then I called this other bitch. Like, can you suck my chorra? Because I'm having a rough day. She's like, I'll be right there, baby. I'll say, faster. It's kind of like, with me, it's kind of like Uber Eats. You know what I mean? I order, she eats. Bang, bang. You already know what it is. The gun.